everyone, and welcome to Tango Kilo Seirra, our second installment. For this stealth camp, we're going to be stealth camping these railroad tracks here next to an abandoned Kmart. And I think it's going to be pretty fun. We shouldn't have any problems, shouldn't have anybody run up on us. It's a pretty secluded area, but it's in a super rural part of Casey, South Carolina, here in the Midlands. So what we're going to do is we're going to take you around the Kmart and a couple of other abandoned areas that we have for you, and just scope them out and see what we can see. Way nicer than it was last time. Alright, so what we have to our left here is called Gear Still. It's a steel mill that is off of a road that leads to the Kmart here. Should be a little bit noisy because of course it's a steel mill and we'll probably have a train or two come in throughout the night, but it should make for some fun footage. Alright, so what we have here is the overpass we're going to be going under. We have our Kmart in the background there, abandoned Kmart here on Charleston Highway, and pretty much we're going to walk up this direction, and there's a couple of other abandoned buildings that I have for y'all to show you of memories from when I was a kid and just generally growing up in this area of rural South Carolina, Casey, South Carolina. So let's go exploring. Kmart made its way from Michigan to the upstate of South Carolina and eventually made its way down here in 1992. In 1994, they had locations, over 2,000 open globally. 2005, they started to have a downturn and sales dropped off and they couldn't keep up. Walmart got bigger, the world got bigger. They merged with Sears in 2005. And then in 2019, this particular one closed due to understaffing, not being able to keep up with the demanding market that America was providing them. When I was a child, this was the greatest place to come and get camping gear, fishing gear, anything you could think of. The toys were even kind of good. It's just, it's real sad to see it gone to rot, but, things change. As you can see, barren. Just barren. That's wild. I used to buy all kinds of stuff out of here. The camping section and everything used to be on this side. It's pretty wild. As you can hear from the humming of that machine up there, the walk-in cooler's still on. So this place must still have power. Probably has to, seeing how they've had these coolers in here cooling since 1992. So that's pretty cool to see, because usually on abandoned buildings you don't see equipment that runs anymore. Usually they're gutted and all the copper's been taken out of them and a bunch of other crazy stuff. As you can see, we're on top of one of these cars. They carry big rolls of steel down the railroad track. Are we supposed to be here? Not really, but is it cool? Heck yes. I wish we could camp one of these out one night. Get scared it might go rolling on us. Pretty cool place. Let's see what I can see. So, we're going to trek down this road here, Charleston Highway. I'm going to show you a old abandoned taco spot that my mom used to take me to when I was a kid called Taco Sid's. I'll tell you a little bit about it. And there's also an abandoned Hardee's on the way. Then we're gonna stop and get a little bit of food, and then we're gonna make it back to our camping area. We're gonna get everything set up, and we're gonna cook some food for you tonight. Just have a genuinely good time. So, where we have tracked down, they had to close in 2011 due to cultural insensitivity, due to work shirts that had some pretty nasty stuff on them that had offended the people that they were making wear them in their jobs. The whole entire chain, I'm pretty sure there was about 10 of them, shut down South Carolina wide, and they opened up under a new name. But where this is right here is where the drive-thru used to be. They've torn that down recently. As you can see, it's just falling apart, gone to nothing. Closed back in 2011 before the Kmart. Oh yeah, I take it some water up here. As you can see, all the clothing and bedding that's around out here, this is probably used for, various homeless people and hobos and stuff like that, And, I mean, it's a nice place to catch and shut eye when you ain't got nowhere else to go, I understand completely. But it just goes to reiterate how shut down this place has been and for how long. Because some of this stuff is sun bleached and some of it's brand new. But, still, pretty cool. So here is an abandoned Hardee's, or to my friends out west, Carl's Jr. This place used to be not really the best Hardee's in town, to tell you the God's honest truth. Had its flaws, had its issue with good staffing. The food was always mediocre, to be completely honest. And that's one of the reasons it shut down. People didn't like the service. People didn't enjoy how they had to come back to get things after it was supposed to already be in the order bag. So this one was forced to shut down. Back here too. This is actually blocked off. This didn't have a big padlock on it. I would have said we go get our camping gear and come camp on this roof because I know it's still nice.
I appreciate it, man.
Got the one-man tent back out today. Found us some level ground. We made it back from getting a little snack and going and showing y'all those awesome buildings that we had to show you. We're gonna get our stuff out of the woods where we staged it and stashed it so we didn't have to carry it all. Put some foliage on top of it so nobody could see it. We're gonna get it set up here, and we're gonna mask off this part of the railroad track where we'll probably see 1 or 2 trains tonight so they don't see us from the railroad tracks. So we're gonna get that done, and then we're probably gonna settle down and have a brewski or 2. Get our thermocell turned on here. Keep these pesky little bugs away. There she goes. Then, have us a couple delicious brewskis.
Sure.
Like I said in the previous video, our first installment of Tango Kilo Seirra, we just really want to bring you guys some awesome content from out here in the wilderness where you wouldn't normally go. And have a little bit of fun, and hang out with some good friends in the process.
Yes, sir. Cheers.
Cheers, good buddy.
To a good night.
To a good night. Get our thermocell set up here and these bugs to quit scurrying around and being weird. Set up our camp a little bit better after chilling out a little bit. And then we're gonna cook some food and then get some good sleep. Alright, so we're gonna build the same basic hole we did last time. It's called a dakota hole, and then we're gonna dig a little trench up to here with our nice little shovel we got from Walmart for about $6. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Locks right in, unlocks right there, folds right away, perfect. So we're gonna continue to get this dug here. Lots of roots. So what we're going to do here is we're going to dig down, make it a little chimney. We're going to dig this all the way back and try to make contact with our little breathe hole here. We'll trench it out a little bit so it can breathe from the bottom, keeping us in plenty of light and heat, which you really don't need this time of year in South Carolina, but it is going to get down to 66 tonight. So we definitely need a little fire going. But still, it's just a nice addition to a beautiful camping area. And there she is. See it pushing through? And that's perfect. See the little breathe hole? Pull it out this other side. Now it's got air from the bottom. And that's a basic Dakota hole. I haven't finished digging the fire pit yet, but I'll go ahead and get that finished up and go find us some decent enough looking little sticks off of the forest floor, because there's plenty of them out here, and then we'll get a little fire built and see about getting a little cooking segment going for you. So, as you can see, we got our first train coming by. Going pretty slow compared to what I thought it would be in this area, but that's okay. It's going about the speed of what I've heard some train hoppers like for it to go, for them to get on the rails or, you know, do whatever that they do. As you can hear, it's moving its way on down the track. Probably have one more tonight, and then that's it, but they're beautiful. Alright people, we got our camp set up, and it looks pretty great if you ask me. Just for a little night, overnight here, it's going to be perfect. Got good buddies sleeping here, got me over here. I'm going to set my sleeping pad up in there here in just a little bit. But camp is coming together really great. As you can see, we got our fire pit dug. Don't want to make it too big because it's like, you know, you don't need a very big fire just for 2 people at one night. When we get out on the lake, here come within the next few weeks, that's when we'll show you a big fire. Y'all are really gonna love those videos, stay tuned. But we're gonna get some sticks, some little things on the forest floor, get this thing roaring, and then we'll let it die down a little bit. We'll go get you some spooky video of the Kmart down there abandoned, you know, because Halloween is coming up. Just wait until that video. That's gonna be a fun video also. I'd like to take this time to ask you to please like and subscribe to our videos, and, you know, maybe share them for us, because your support means the world to us. We're gonna keep doing this for y'all, and we're gonna, no matter what, even if it doesn't get viewed, because we love it. But thank y'all, and we appreciate y'all's input. All right, so as I promised, we'd come and show you what the abandoned buildings look like at night. So, with help from the light of this giant, awesome billboard. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Stanley.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Taco Sid is right there on the other side of that shiny wall, right there next to that building. You can't really see it very well, but right next to that pine tree out there. And then if you look at the McDonald's sign down to the George Sink sign, right in there is where the shut down Hardee's is. So, you know, it's just real creepy at night out here, even though it's a really urban and well-lit area, you know. So we've got pretty much 3 abandoned buildings within less than a quarter mile of each other on a super rural area where people probably, you know, thousands of people have to drive by this place a day. So it's pretty wild if you ask me, but there has to be a reason for it. But as you can see, Kmart looks kind of creepy and bugged out. As you can see, the lights are still on out here inside this building, which is pretty weird, seeing as how it's been abandoned for years and years. But that's okay. We're just gonna walk up here and get you a little bit better footage of what it looks like inside after they close it. Wow, look at that. To your right here is where the cash registers used to be set up. Back there is where they used to sell local university gear. And on this side was, all the way through here was groceries. And then down there were your toys and your toiletries and your blankets and sheets and pretty much anything you can imagine. Really, really surreal to see it like this. So, I'm just gonna build us a little teepee here. And today, for the viewers' enjoyment, we're gonna start this fire with chips. More specifically, Doritos. So, you know you can't go wrong with Cool Ranch. We're gonna take these. We're gonna take a little, maybe 4 or 5 of them. Put them up in here. Just really kind of, I'm gonna put a good amount in there just cause. And I know, that's a waste of some good Doritos. But I mean, come on, guys. Just for the sake of the video, I'm willing to waste them. Should be enough. Oh yeah, look at them starting up. How about that? Who would have thunk it? Just some Doritos. Oh, that smell is god awful. It smells like burnt Doritos, but it's working. It's a great fire starter. Perfect, perfect, perfect for our little Dakota fire. But that's pretty cool, guys. Doritos started our fire. How about that? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll put this up a cold one. Tonight, we're gonna have some of the creamy 4 cheese rice with, drum roll please. I'd be super weirded out if I actually heard a drum roll. Yeah, there you go. Some Spam. We're gonna cook some Spam on this eye here. And we're gonna take 2 tablespoons of water and put it in this rice and just mix it all together and enjoy it. So, what you do with this little camping eye that I've got here is you get this little bit of fuel that you can buy at any Walmart or anywhere. Little Coleman camping fuel. You insert it right here in the little insert spot. Close the door, lock it down, start up. Put that on there. Let that get nice and toasty. Get this open here. Take that off. Stash that to the side until we're ready to throw our trash away. Don't drop the Spam. That would be bad. Alright, so I'm going to take this. I'm going to drop it on our eye here. Ooh, that smells good already. Now this looks like it's about halfway done. We're going to end up adding our rice. Tear the top off. Oop, lost a little bit there. Just kind of work it around in there. And then immediately after we do that, we're going to take 2 tablespoons of water. And this is about a tablespoon, I'd say. 1, 2.
Do a third one. A good measure.
I guess 3. If it's watery, it's on you.
Alright, I'll take the blame for that one.
You just give her a little mix. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Spam's a little bit more done than I'd like it to be. We had to give it a chance to get done. I mean, it actually looks pretty delicious to me if you look at it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let this cool for a minute. And then I'm going to serve me and good buddy up on our new plates with our new freaking forks and spoons and all that good stuff. She's got to cool for a minute though. But that cheese is just melted on there nicely and it's just soaked up all that grease from the Spam cooking, and it's going to be delicious. And what a way to cap off the night, right? That's so good. I might eat all this tonight. Who knows? That right there, I could cook time and time again. That was phenomenal. I genuinely enjoyed that. Out here in the wilderness, it's gonna be nice tonight. Should be able to get a little bit of sleep. Good buddy's even satisfied over here. Run that camera all day. Making sure you guys get the content you deserve. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pretty good night. Ate some good food. Had a good time. Not very many trains came by though, which has been peaceful. And you know, ain't had nobody mess with us. Haven't had any hiccups really. About to turn in, get me some sleep, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the morning. Good night. Morning. I got a little cold last night, but thankfully I had my cami netting. You wouldn't think something like this would keep you cold, it would keep you warm, but it did. I'm very impressed by it. Guess what we're gonna do now the sun's coming up, we're gonna get camp packed away, and then we're gonna take it on home. Great night though, no problems. A couple of trains. No problems at all. Great area. Very impressed by this area. So, that was a pretty decent night, like I said before. As you see, we packed it in, we packed it out. Make it look like nobody was here. Got our little fire pit buried. Other than a couple of bugs and a feral hog that ran through here last night, freaking sniffing and scaring the crap out of me. It was a really good night. Had a great time. The spot was actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. It wasn't as noisy. A couple of trains, nothing too big, but altogether it was a great camp. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.